this too because because they be downloading my stuff so they can hear it and talk crap about it, but it benefits me.
Deception, for a long time has been really running rampant in the world that we've been in. We all know how out of balance everything has been with the dark ones. And that's what this message is about, because when you're highly intuitive, when you are the light, and you work for the Most High God, your senses are much sharper. You hear, see, feel, know way more than most people, because you have trained yourself that your primary sense is energy, the energy footprint, as well as reading people's just facial expressions, their, how their gestures, how they move, all of those things, in addition to how they feel. And let's not even go into any other abilities that, certain people have now. And when you are like that, there's not much you can hide. You know what? And folks be trying to move on people, be smiling in the face, be all cordial and nice, or they could be nasty too, but they really be thinking, you big dummy. But we not dummies. Today's word is, when people are preoccupied with what you know about them, that's a red flag. For reals. Like 100. Y'all, I told y'all, karmics be karmicking on me a lot. Like a lot. It's almost as if my mirror light just really aggravates them. I've heard of people slandering, my name, what I do, who I am, what I stand for. And it very much is flipping now. There was a time, though, not too far away, not too far ago, when folks love talking about your girl. What I was doing, what I wasn't doing, who I knew, who I didn't know. See, what they didn't know, though, is that I operate on a whole nother level. And another thing is, when you're authentic, when you are who you are inside and who you're out, and when you operate as a person who lives in righteousness and truth, anything you say to this person, you're going to say to that person, you're going to say to that person that's saying it about you. It doesn't ever change. And so when you build up relationships, healthy, positive relationships, authentic relationships with people who are really passionate and who are good people, good energy, good vibes. We all got our healing. We all doing our healing. But when you start being real, and people see that, real people see that, they respect you. And so when those same karmic energy type folks, or if they, we talked about narcissists the other day, which is different from a karmic, y'all. I want y'all to understand that. Those people who you have built authentic, strong relationships will come back and tell you about when someone is moving against you, but trying to make it appear as if they not moving against you. And moving against you can look so different, in so many different ways. It could be that you are totally living in your world, you're setting your goals, and working on your own goals, and it ain't got nothing to do with them, ain't got nothing to do with nothing. You ain't trying to do nothing to nobody. You just handling your business. And that means that certain people could be moving on you, where they're either trying to stop you from accomplishing what you set out, that they're trying to change people's depictions of, or like their perceptions of you and who you actually are. So they could be planting seeds in other people's minds about what you're doing. And while your true intention is pure and you're just, working on your goals, whatever. They could be planting seeds around you because you're the light and they want to dim that light, or they're jealous or they're envious, who knows the motive, or because you make them see themselves and they don't like it and they're not ready to heal. It could also mean that they are not only planting these seeds, but that they're doing, and in some cases this happens, they're doing damage to you. Like where they are trying to hurt you, either physically or otherwise, or they're, trying to wreck your life. And instead they gaslight to the extreme. They go around, they tell other people your business, they go around and they try to make themselves be the victim. And in their world, you are the karmic. In their world, they live in the upside down. A lot of karmic people, a lot of narcissists, NPC type folk, they live in the upside down world. So they will make you the villain in their story, even though you're actually being a light, just living your best life. And like I said, when you live in the light and you have these authentic relationships, people are going to come tell you about this other person, whoever that might be in your story. They'll come back and tell you. You'll know who to trust. When you start building real, authentic relationships, people come back and be like, yo, be careful. They'll come to you. I tell you, I got people who call me up, be like, like, honey, I got you, boo. I'm like, thank you, my sister, my brother. But it's even on a deeper level, y'all. And like a lot of times, I know who the karmic individuals are like this that I'm telling y'all about, that I have in my storyline. And they'll call me up to see what I know. They'll call me up to see what's happening. They'll call me up to see if I'm on to anything that they're doing. And I play dumb. I just be preoccupied. I won't lie. I don't lie. But I'm not going to give you any information. And if you ask me any stupid questions, I'm not going to answer them. Not. Especially when I know. And see, y'all, my senses are on a whole nother level. Aside from what people tell me, like I told you, I read energy. I know when you're lying. I know in many different ways. Knowing your energy imprint. A lot of different ways. And so honestly, one of the hardest things about being highly intuitive is when you're having conversations with people and they are saying one thing, but you know everything about how they're actually feeling. When they're saying one thing and you know what they're actually doing, and you have to maintain your composure. But I will tell you this, as an experienced intuitive, I call people out. And I know it could be scary for people sometimes, but I will do it in a way where it's not like I will let them know, hey, I know. But I'll get to the point without saying, hey, I know. And it doesn't matter if you told me or not. I will call them out. I won't do it in an aggressive way. It won't be confrontational. I will just go to the matter at hand and talk about it. Let's talk about it. I sense that you might have felt a certain kind of way, or I sense that, your perception of me might have been off, or I sense that, you might be trying to do something. I sense that. Because I am what you get. I'm straight to the point. I don't have times for any games. And for anybody who is in my storyline that's not feeding, nurturing, growing, building, creating, laughing, loving, shining with me, deuces. But everybody has a part to play in your storyline. So every time a challenge comes up for me like that, every time a contrast event is what I call it, y'all, literally, I have in my phone people labeled as contrast and karmics, okay? I thank them for the experience, and I take the challenge or hurt or pain or darkness, and I try my best with Mother Gaia, ground you. Remember what I said? I go outside with Gaia, I ground, and I flip it and say, it's not happening to me, it's happening for me, and what am I to learn from this experience? So pay attention to the people who are probing, asking you questions that you know that don't have your best interest in mind, because they know they not doing no good.